So at this point, I guess I'll just talk about the groove and kind of how I put it together and some of the challenges that I had with it. As Jeff explains it on his video, he says he put together, the hands of a pretty shuffle and then a bow diddly beat on the bass drum, and just kind of put them together. And you'll notice that on Jeff's video, he actually plays a kick on that last backbeat on 4. But if you listen to Rosanna, it's actually not present on the recording anywhere. So I didn't play it in the video, just in case that there was any discrepancy about that. Let me talk about the hi-hat a little bit. So on the hi-hat, you have essentially just like a funk shuffle kind of pattern. And it might just seem like the first and third notes of a triplet, of an 8th note triplet or a 16th note triplet or whatever, over and over again. But the toughest part of it is getting the feel that Jeff played with, and how Jeff interprets the triplets, both rhythmically and the subtlety of the accent that happens. So the way I kind of thought of it was, when I was first trying to learn how to play it, I just played what I knew as like a basic funk shuffle, where you're essentially just playing straight triplets. But something about it just didn't really feel right. So I listened closer, and what I found was that Jeff was doing two things that would take it away from being just triplets. And those things are, he's accenting the second note of every 2-note grouping. Not a lot, but just enough to kind of have it, feel a little bit different. And then the second thing was that if you just listen to the hi-hat pattern, he's not really playing like between his right and his left hand on the snare and on the hi-hat. He's not playing like mathematically correct triplets. The space between the two notes that he's playing on the hi-hat is a little bit more closed, so he's swinging it a little bit harder. And it was really hard for me to kind of figure out, okay, how do I keep that going? And then keep the snare, where do I put the snare in that? Because it's like, those wouldn't be even rhythms. And so I guess what I just ended up having to rely on was, I literally just played it for like about a half an hour straight until it kind of felt all right. And then, I would come back to it the next day and try the same exact thing. In general, that's kind of what he's got going on. I guess if I were to demonstrate something like that, it would be the difference between feeling like this and something like this. So it's a really subtle difference, but to me that's what made the track so great, is that Jeff was able to do that in the groove for 5 minutes and then put that same kind of nuance around every single fill that he was playing. And then what made it even better was that every other musician was right on the money with the rhythmic interpretation of the triplet. So it was awesome.